Hi cuties and welcome back to the channel. Today the wait is finally over and we are getting one of the most iconic girl groups on Dingo Killing Voice. I am so excited to say that we're gonna be reacting to TWICE on Dingo. Full 30 minutes, so get ready for a long video. We're gonna power through. I'm still, you know what, 30 minutes is still not enough because TWICE discography is so incredibly wide and so incredibly popular at the end of the day. Like, people are choosing their most popular hits. I want to see what they chose for us, so I'm excited to see that. Now, if you want to support channel, I actually have a monetized reaction to TWICE. I reacted to it a couple of days ago. It was their most recent release. It's gonna be right here, and make sure to watch it after this one. And now, without any further ado, let's get into it. Look at them cuties. Oh my god.
하나, 둘, 셋. 안녕하세요. 트와이스입니다. 네, 여러분, 저희가
They look beautiful. Listen, I know that TWICE, they are such a high, like, visual group. They're so pretty. It's almost insane because there's a lot of them in the group. They're not like a 4-member group, and I'm always like flabbergasted, like, how did they get so many beautiful people in one place? And somehow their auras don't compete, which is crazy because and people put so many archetypes or women. They are, with their auras and with their characters, they're just not clashing whatsoever. Like, you can enjoy every single one of them, their essence and their beauty, without kind of like clashing with any other member. They're really pretty. Also, TWICE, when I look at them, I'm like, yes, women. Women in K-pop, grown-up, adult women in K-pop. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
저희가 드디어 킬링보이스에 나왔습니다. 너무너무 나오고 싶었어요. 네, 이번에 미니 13집으로 저희가 돌아왔는데요. 이번 앨범은 저희의 청춘을 담은 앨범입니다. 그런 의미에서 저희의 청춘 함께
Oh, Jiho has such a beautiful voice in
가시죠.
when she's speaking too.
네, 저희 데뷔곡이죠. 네, 트와이스가 탄생한
I'm sorry, I'm so excited. You will have to handle me. I'm gonna just rewind here because you can hear the variety in the tonal quality. I will just make sure to remind you guys the Dingo Killing Voice is not entirely live. There is a post-production. I've seen people getting slightly upset that they post-produced them quite heavily. I had the same issue, slight issue with Red Velvet's Dingo. I was like, why? They are solid singers. They're very good singers, and they, for example, were post-producing Wendy like crazy, and I do not know why. So I hope it's not gonna be too bad with the TWICE here, but are you gonna see?
데뷔곡이죠. 네, 트와이스가 탄생한 곡입니다. 시작해 볼까요? Let's go. 모든 나를 가지고 매일 가만 안 두죠. 내가 너무.
One thing about Nayeon is that even though she has a frontal placement, she's not locking that nasality in. You're never gonna hear her singing like that. So even though she's leaning forward, but she's still opening it very nicely and give it enough space. And she has really nice way of projecting over the sound. Out. Nothing is really locked in, and her frontal placement is more for her to have a better access to her very high tones. For example, Momo is much more locked in. She has much more dominant nasality, you can hear it. That was also front leaning, but she has much more warmth in her. I'm so excited. I genuinely cannot speak properly. So Also nasally leaning, just a tiny little bit, but there's a lot of warmth in her voice. So it's more stylistic for her than what would actually come from her tonal quality. With Nayeon, we know that her natural tone quality is a little bit nasal leaning. For example, Jihyo is quite belty in her approach. She has a very warm voice. She is always trying to support and give like a full resonance into her singing. I love her partial restriction. She goes into that restriction, but just stylistically, and immediately really sing it. So a lot of people, when they do they try to do a little bit of a stylistic restriction, they do get stuck in there and they never really abandon that place, which is not good because it can only be there as an embellishment. It cannot really slip into the entire phrase because then you have a problem. And her stylistic restriction is just perfect. I love Jihyo singing. I know that a lot of people are commenting on her having not enough full belt and stuff like that, but I genuinely like her tonal quality. And I do like how she is actively supporting everything. Resonance, resonance is something that, an openness in resonance is something that a singer can search for quite a long time, because like the full resonance, the completely unlocked full resonance is really difficult to achieve. But one thing that I'm always happy to see is a singer that is properly supporting their belts and just properly supporting her whole singing. You can see the sense, you can see how she's holding that tone really, really nicely.
저희가 첫 대상을 받게 해준 너무너무 소중한 곡이자 연간 차트 1위를 기록했던 곡인데요. 여러분, 치아로 아시나요?
There's so many songs that are so good by them that I don't even understand how we got into 30 minutes. I'm gonna try my best not to stop too much though. Oh, that's my bias right there. That's my bias right there. I've been dying every single time I opened Twitter and I saw her on like the suffix crush of the month, or what is it called? And I saw her on the last, like, I think it was Mexico concert. She looked like the most beautiful human being I've ever seen. It was insane. Oh, she has such a pretty husky voice. Did you hear it? There was so much pretty warmth there. I love her tone quality. She is so grounding in Twice. And there is not only just like that, it's more earthy and more husky. It has such a comforting sound. That one is, for example, almost a combo of a little bit of an elevated larynx and very frontal leaning. Right there. a lot of people criticize that. For me, it's strange because I do like when people are very technical, and I do like to hear like diva singing and everything around it, like stylistically, not stylistically, but technical perfection. But I genuinely also enjoy when people have interesting modulations, when people have do like interesting stylistic choices, like when it's really interesting to listen to someone, if you know what I mean. I have heard people who had beautiful diva singing and they were like full resonant, massive belts, everything. It was kind of boring if I can be honest, because after like couple of minutes, it was super predictable and I knew exactly what's about to happen. And I love good modulation. That's why, for example, love Shakira. I love Cher, two people who modulate incredibly heavily. I do love rock singing. I just really like when people are experimenting. I'm not saying Momo is necessarily experimenting, but her sound is really distinctive. When you hear her, you know that's her. She had, first of all, very pretty, a tiny little vibrato was there. Again, you can see how she's like you can hear that strong onset into that tone. So much power from the get-go. A lot of people kind of develop support into the tone later in the note. Like towards the end of the phrase, she has already strong onset and you can tell. Okay, I love it. Such a pretty bride mix. Chewy. I actually like Sana's voice. I have only one issue with Sana overall, with her singing. She has a little bit of a tension in her jaw, so you very rarely see her like genuinely nicely open the tone. And that is one issue that I usually have also with a lot of students, that is that you are then locking the sound and sound. Well, right? If you would go into the higher you're gonna go, the more belty you're gonna get, the more you will need to open. So I like her voice. Just wish that she would get to relax her jaw a tiny little bit and get a more openers in. Also, that's not Sana, that's Mina. I apologize. I've seen someone call JYP singing style very hiccupy and airy, and I was like, wait, hold on. I have not seen a couple of JYP bands doing this, and then I realized that they were basically purely referring to TWICE. And I was like, oh, all right, it's making much more sense right now. Yeah, you can hear it. So it's a lot of like almost like breathy hiccups, and then a lot of kind of like vocal cries mixed into that. I personally like it. I think it's very girly pop. It's very pinkish, if you know what I mean. It's very girly pop. It's very feminine. It's very playful. I actually like it quite a lot. Here, you can hear the heavier bell. Tell me that you'll be my baby. You can hear how she's dropping that. Baby.
자, 모모 씨 준비되셨죠? 하나씩 가보실게요.
있다면 원스
간다.
나나 쭈쭈. 잘한다. 깨트시게 되면 다쳐요. 조금만 서둘러줄래요? 낭낭낭낭 my door. 낭낭낭낭 my door.
That frontal place and knock my door, knock my door. It's an interesting kind of sound play that they created with that nasal consonant. I kind of need to know, does Dahyun have any solo stuff? Because I really just like that's the tone quality that I personally prefer. So whenever, and it's not very frequent, especially not in K-pop, her tonal quality is quite rare. So whenever I spot these type of people, I'm like, oh, do you have something? Do you have something? Do you have something on your own? Any covers? Any solos? So if she does, please guys, let me know, please. Listen to that really smiley quality. Tin tan ta. So much tension here in a chick's tan ta. So pretty. Knock my door. I like that long tone. No. Also, Nayeon is a hiccup princess. She loves vocal cries. She likes a little bit of a hiccup. She doesn't care to do a tiny little bit of a yodel too. Like she likes to play with her vocal break. And she is so well versed with that and so used to that it just comes so naturally to her at this point. I wanted to mention just one thing that I noticed here when we were looking at Chuyu doing the knock on our door. Look how Chuyu is opening the knock on my door. She has beautiful movement of her jaw. Like that is what I really like to see because I do not like to see the stuck jaw. Stuck jaw means that you're going to be keeping a lot of the sound inside and even on such a tiny little phrase like knock on my door, but a lot of people will get it really stuck. Knock on my door. You see how it's changed the whole sound to open that knock on my door. Big difference. God, she hears. Oh. Here she's having beautiful resonance. She has such a good combo in her voice, like supported. It sounds grown up. Like Jihyun's voice sounds grown up, but she has such a spark in it that it still has that like girly feeling in it. You know, it's such a good combo.
네, 여러분. 네, 이 곡은 Like이라는 곡인데요. 네, 저희가 콘서트를 할 때 반응이 아주 좋은 곡입니다. 그리고 저희가 킬링보이스에 처음 나왔는데 사나언니 기분이 어때요?
There is this very uncomfortable kind of restriction, like it, that on the I struggle with it quite a lot. I think there are just certain phrases and certain words that are difficult to put in a certain music contents, likey as well, because if you want to make it very playfully, like likey, likey. And if you restrict it, likey, 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 you can see how both of them slightly struggled with that, but it's not about, you know, their technique. It's just a really, really tricky word to pronounce that way. Oh my god, I still hear it as like a little bit of a meme sound, this particular part. I'm just gonna be praising twice along this whole video, so expect that. I just have to say that their rappers are so charismatic. Like, at the end of the day, she's my bias, but Dahyun, that freaking voice. She can go from like a really sweet and really nice, but she has so much edge in her voice as well when we need to get it a little bit more darker, a little bit more sharper. Oh, Heart Shaker! This is a very nice soft frontal placement. Come on, be my love. Come on, be my love, baby. You can achieve it by just like, try to speak in there. Come on, be my love. Come on, be my love, baby. If you just talk there and you find a really nice soft space, you can have a nice singing phrase there. Come on, be my love. Come on, be my love, baby. It can be so pretty, so romantic. There's quite a lot of post-production on this one, which I'm quite disappointed. I'm like, come on. Her voice is beautiful. I've heard her sing a couple of times and she is, you know, if you've, I've reacted to her solo when it came out. I've also reacted to her studio recording. If you want to hear her voice like really like bare with absolutely nothing, very raw footage, her recording her solo from the studio, very good example. You should check it out. They're having so much fun. Look, even though that she's in the frontal placement, she's not locking it in. I mentioned it today, but this would be the problem. First of all, you're locking it in, and then you're also not letting any resonance to add to the tone. So, if you open, and then a little bit more warmth, and you have such a nice opener. So pretty. I wish I saw more of her, honestly. I noticed that she has a little bit less line across the songs. I'm not sure if in the new ones. I think I've seen her quite frequently in the recent comebacks, which I'm super happy about. But I know that there was at least one period where I was seeing her a tiny bit less, and I like her voice. And when I had this last reaction to One Spark, go and watch that, because I've talked a lot about how vibrato particularly is very rare in K-pop. Very often it's not that people wouldn't be able to do it, it's just stylistically very not preferred, and people are like scared of it like it's the devil. Also, I love that she is absolutely not scared of her vibrato. She's utilizing it and she's doing it with so much elegance. Love, love, love. Again, that was such a soft frontal voice. Don't set up with that, don't set up with that. So pretty. Very often I see when people are using that kind of masked singing, or they are more deep into their mix, they always sound very edgy. It's like a very out there, very strong, which is fine. Usually people are going for that sound, but people struggle to soften it up. And for example, one of the good singers that know how to soften it up is, for example, IU. And I'm pretty surprised that Chaeryeong is doing so well with that. Chuyu has really nice kind of structure for singing. I would love to see her maybe in something more balladic, a little bit higher, where we could see if she's gonna creating really nice supported tones. This is very short. So it's more staccato-y. This is not enough legato for us to have like a nice stable supported tones. I would love to see her in that position though, because she is putting a lot of effort into really nice positioning, always opening her vowels, always leaning into her consonants. So that's her ABC, definitely. My pretty girl. Like, she always looks like she's putting so much effort into every phrase that she sings. And she's just like, yes, I will absolutely make sure that I nail from the very first and up to the last one. She's very attentive to everything she sings. So a lot of people are very sloppy. They neglect the last tones of the phrases. They have very weak onsets into the phrases. Not Jihyo. Jihyo is going to have a strong onset and she's going to have a strong finish. And her singing is across the whole phrase very balanced. So for example, Momo has such a strong tonal quality that this kind of like more airy singing is really complementing it nice, because it's kind of elevating a little bit of that nasal pressure. Also very pretty vibrato there, but you can see that her tongue can carry. This is actually really nice composition, because they're starting so if you have that good onset on the first tone already, you are not going to struggle. This is more of a descending kind of motion. And lowering into the belt. I feel like TWICE was TikTok viral before TikTok existed. You know, there's just like snippets of their songs that have such a viral potential. Like, it's always something that you can listen to on a loop. Like, the whole song is always good, but there's always like one particular part of that song that has such like a viral potential. It's incredible. Like, if you listen to these songs, even if you do not listen to TWICE actively, you're gonna be like, oh my god, I've seen it there. Oh yeah, I heard this one on TikTok. Oh, I heard this one there. You know, like, it's just so freaking catchy. Also, their chants, the legendary TWICE chants. Love.
네, 쉬어가는 타임으로 첫 정규 앨범 1집 수록곡 거북이 들려드리겠습니다.
It's so cute.
네가 나를 좋아하는 거 다 알아. 근데 그거 알아? 너보다 내가 너를 좀 더 좋아하는 것 같아. I'm in it, 내 맘이 너보다 앞서가. Oh no, oh no, oh no. 항상 늘 이렇게 곁에.
This was such a nice snippet, especially because you can see how much the opener plus the corners are gonna color the sound, right? So ta 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 na. This is very nice. Ta 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 na. Just going into my cheeks and into my sinuses. Ta 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 na. It's gonna brighten up that sound.
내 앞에 있어줄래? 조금 느리면 뭐 어때? 나 이렇게 기다릴게. 풍선처럼 커지는 맘이 한번 커지진 않을까? 내 맘이 자꾸만 그래.
She reminds me so much of Joy from Red Velvet. They have both like such a sweet quality. It's also because they're always in her to ta-na, 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 na, na, na. Just really pushing into the width of that tone can make it sound so sweet.
보면 말 그래. 빠라빠라빠야. 항상 내 맘이 앞서. 빠라빠라빠라빠야. 빠라빠라빠야. 빠라빠라빠야. 토끼와 거북이처럼. 빠라빠라빠야.
She has a little bit of elevated larynx.
Trying to let you know. 사인을 보내, 시그널 보내. Hey, I must let you know. 사인을 보내, 시그널 보내. 사인을 보내, 시그널 보내. 사인을 보내, 시그널 보내. 사인을 보내, 시그널 보내. I must let you know.
Name a cuter duo.
사인을 보내, 시그널 보내. 근데 전혀 안 통해.
So Momo can definitely dose her precious. Like she can go really, really strong into it if she wants to make it sound very, very edgy. You can see that tonal sound from very many rappers if they want to go into more edgy sound. Like for example, Soyeon of G-Idol. Very typical. She's very often exactly where Momo was right here. It's interesting stylization. Like the modulation is cool. It's suiting for this song more.
답답해서 미치겠다. 정말 왜 그런지 모르겠다. 정말 다시 한번 힘을 냈어. 사인을 보내.
Like you can see that it is into that heavy beat and into edginess of the song. That sound is much more fitting. Like you don't want to sound too, you know, too warm, too rounded. It needs to be dun 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 the bow. You want to stay there. You want it to carry. It needs to be strong. You see that moment when we switched into the, I don't know if this is a bridge or chorus, and the whole vibe matched to her voice, but it is much less edgy. It got a little bit lighter. We got a little bit of a faster kind of beat into it, and the instrumental lightened up so it can really play along with her voice. I love her tonal core. I hope she's gonna come up with a solo eventually, because I think like a really heavy R&B stuff like ooh, I will live for it. That would be so fantastic. Such a heavy fry. Okay, oh my god. Such a full nice build. I love them. They have such an opposite energy. They have like a golden retriever black cat energy, and they like randomly switch it, which is even more confusing and endearing. Oh my god. Talk to us in that voice. Holy cow, that sounds so good. Jeongkyung. I'm probably very heavily mispronouncing their names, and I apologize for that in advance. I know. I have a lot of Korean names in my brain, and they're mixing, and the pronunciation is just not good. I promise I will start with Hangul next year and just learn the proper pronunciation. It's time. Like I'm bored under the work, so I didn't have time to do that. She can talk to us with this voice anytime. Oh my god. I need like a very aggressive, kind of like edgy, like almost at tease type of rap for her. And I know that like TWICE is not that type of a band, you know, and they have more of this like girl crush concept, even though we've seen them in a variety of concepts. So we're not gonna put them in a tiny little girl crush concept box, okay? But if they would ever do something like more cinematic and orchestral and stuff like that, for her to have like a kind of like this like a dark queen deep rap, ooh. Something provocative.
You and me in the moonlight,
A little riff. A lot of her sound is always forward. You cannot hear anything being swallowed. Never that tiny deep power, always in the front. If you would talk like this at all times, like, hi, hello, very upbeat, very bright, and a lot of smile, and you would put it in to sing, this is exactly where you would land. Momo, for the fact that she has such a typical, like very like recognizable tone of quality that is so out there, she can work quite a lot with the different coloring of it, from to like she knows how to create a different color schemes with her voice.
짭짤한 공기처럼 이 순간이 특별한 행복은 놓치지 마. 1, 2, 3, let's go. 저 우주 위로 날아갈 때 춤추러 가. Hey, let's dance the night away. Let's dance the night away.
Also, I've knew this snippet of the song before I ever even knew TWICE. Like that's crazy.
Hey Killing Boys, look, I'm gonna make this simple for you. You got two choices, yes or yes! No!
Nice look. She worked well around that vocal break. You can see that I had a vocal break there. I could make it maybe smaller. It was pretty fluent. She did very nicely. And don't get me wrong, if there would be a vocal break there, there's not an issue or a problem. But it's really nice to see it look very coherently fluent. love this color play. This was so pretty. Like it's like kind of like a musical question and answer. But like with two different voices, and they're like exchanging. That's such a nice vocal arrangement. Oh, it's so pretty. That sounded so nice. Yes. Again, a little restriction.
저희
Yes.
미니 8집 타이틀곡 Feel Special인데요.
Make me feel
많은 분들이
special.
가사를 통해서
Oh, I love that song.
들으신 것 같아요. 살다 보면 아무것도 안 되는 그런 날 있지 않나요? 그런 날이 있어. 갑자기 혼자인 것만 같은 날. 어딜 가도 내 자리가 아닌 것만 같고 목엔 떨궈지는 날. 그럴 때만
Good agility for the rapper. One thing that is really interesting about rappers, if they do have a quite interesting flow and they do use quite a lot of pitch fluctuation, they have to be very confident in their pitch. They have to be able to manage their air. So a lot of people are very usually surprised when some rappers come out and they genuinely have like a solid singing. I'm not saying that they are like some super power belters, but they have genuinely solid singing. And yes, that's what I kind of expect from most of the rappers, because you need to be in control of your voice and you can actually produce interesting, fun rap, you know?
You make me feel special. 세상이 아무리 날 주저앉혀도 아프고 아픈 말들이 날 지워도 네가
God, I love this song.
That's what you do. How can I feel special?
You can hear that they really like to do a little bit aspirated ends of the phrases, which is a little make me feel special. Da-na-da-na-na-na. Right there. Just a tiny bit of an aspiration at the end of the phrase. They do it quite consistently across the group.
아무것도 아닌 존재 같다가도 사라져도 모를 사람 같다가도 날 부르는 네 목소리에 I feel loved, I feel so special. You make everything alright. 구름이 닦인 햇살 한 줌 없는 날 네가 바로 날 shining light. That's what you do. 아무리 어두워도 다시
Sassy, that's what you do.
Because you make me feel special.
That's what you do. I love that sass, actually. She has warm voice, so she has to do a little bit more pressure to make it a slightly bit edgier. That's what you do. So she has to pressure on her voice a tiny bit more to create a cleaner, edgier sound. Gio just said that I'm coming to Dingo to just shut everybody up. She said, I will literally murder that microphone.
That's what you do. Again, I feel special. 아무것도 아닌 존재 같다가도 사라져도 모를 사람 같다가도 날 부르는 네 목소리에.
Very pretty, supported voice. As again, I cannot praise her enough. I wish I've seen more of her. I cannot wait. Hopefully one day we're gonna see her solo. But she has very nice kind of mature supported tone. Special. The L at the end of the word is a little bit complicated, especially with a Korean accent. Special, show. They're going into O. Hold on. Just want to make sure. Earl, right there, Earl. They're kind of swallowing the sound a tiny bit, so it can be a little bit tricky to open it very nicely. you can see that all of them were trying to keep it open as long as they could before closing it into that O, basically.
자, 다음 곡은요? 네, 저희 다음 곡은요. 첫 영어 싱글곡 The Feels 가보실까요? 좋습니다. Let's go! I'm so curious, but your boy wanna keep it cool, but I know every time.
Also, I absolutely love Nayeon and her lower kind of speechy voice. When the warmth comes through. Oh.
Got me frozen, I guess. So shy, it's obvious. Catch feels like butterflies. If say what's on my mind, or the hit bullseye. Shoot.
This is conversational style and singing Tina Town and Dana Tina Town. So you're using kind of like these little intonation patterns from a normal speech that and you put it into singing, which then really nicely reminds people of really playful speech. So it's kind of conversational style and singing.
I'm ready and fight, baby, I want.
That was a difficult jump, baby. Why? So basically jumping into that really nice mix. Why?
I should, I'm ready and fight, baby, I want.
You can see that she disconnected there a little bit. Baby, why? Which is good, because if she would have connected it, it could have dragged her down. Why? But why? It's better.
Feel like Cupid's alive, all I have tonight. Yeah, tonight. If your heart beats so same, then let me know. Boom, 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 from head from now to toe. I know love, it is such a funny thing, a mystery, allure. Gotta get to know you more. Cause I can feel real connection, supernatural attraction. I got the space for you, yeah, 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 yeah. You have stolen my heart, oh yeah. Never let.
That needs to be supported. When I first heard it by Nayeon, I was like, she killed it. And it is pretty difficult to make sure that you're gonna hit that tone so bravely, because basically in it's like ha, ha. It's based on that air. So you can literally see how the support is coming through. Ha, ha, yeah, ha, yeah. So you can literally see how the ha, ha support is coming through that air, that attack. Oh, when I heard it, I was like, damn.
Space for you, yeah, 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 yeah. You have stolen my heart, oh yeah. Never let it go, oh, oh, no.
Okay, one more time because I had to sing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have stolen my heart, oh yeah. Never let it go, oh, oh, no, never let it go, oh, oh, oh. Guide me straight to my heart, oh yeah. I got all the feels for sure, yeah. I got all the feels for yeah. Boy, 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 you know. I know I get the feel.
This is a good part for a mama. Boy, 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 boy. Because she can do a little bit of the frontal fry. Boy, 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 boy. I gotta feel.
Boy, 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 you know. I know
No.
you feel it too. 네, 저희가 다음 킬링 보이스 게스트분을
I love
추천해드려도
alcohol
될까요?
free.
그거는 난 정말 특별해.
I think alcohol free was that one thing that I woke up to. Like, I genuinely knew that they are coming with a comeback. It was summer and I was just so excited about it that I actually woke up early. It was like my first time really dabbling deeper into TWICE. I was like, I want to see this. I want to be the first.
전혀 독하지 않은데. Yeah.
Yeah.
너를 뜨게 해. 한 모금 마셨는데. 자꾸만
Nice opener. Yeah, yeah. A progressive opener. Yeah, yeah. So nice and very relaxed still. She was not trying to push too much power in it.
안 졸려. 다른 생각 지워져. 심장 소리는 커져. 사랑이 좀 쉬워져. 그래서 빠지고 빠져. 점점 너에게.
Ooh, nice descending.
나는 알코올 free 근데 취해. 취해, 취해.
She knows her consonants. Look how she's nicely utilizing the nanda, nanda.
근데 마실 때마다 자꾸 길을 잃어 자고 일어나도 깨지가 않아 근데 이 기분 싫지가 않아 It's to the mountain top me Like a drink made of honey 이 순리는 도대체 뭐니 Makes the whole world bright as Sunday
Sunday.
네 다음 곡은 Moonlight Sunrise입니다
Say what?
I don't know why a lot of people were hating particularly on this song. I was like, why? Why? It was so much fun.
I've been craving for your love. Can't see nobody but us. So high, so high.
That was very natural. She kind of ran out of the air a little bit there, and I was like, yes, this is what I want to hear. I want to hear people that have natural breathing, that are not post-produced to oblivion, okay? Da-da-da-da-da-da. She wanted to make it very airy and pre-dumped that air too much. Natural, cute, endearing.
See nobody but us. So high, so high, so high.
See you from across the room. Make my way over to you. I'm tripping over butterflies. Oh yeah, baby I don't mean to be in a rush, but I really need to touch if I'ma make it through the night. I got the moonlight, take care of sunrise.
This one, I got the moonlight, take care of sunrise. We're starting in a head voice, and then we would prefer to kind of maybe dip into that lower register. I got the moonlight, take care of sunrise. At least on the toes, lower two tones.
Come on, take a shot at me, I gotcha. I don't know how to say this. I'll pick songs on your playlist. This feeling's so hard to explain. I don't even know how to talk.
She has a good amount of air to soften that switch from that head voice down. She has very R&B style. She does know how to work with her air and mix her air properly for it to be like really soft but still have quite a lot of substance.
Right now, it's sunny to crack right now. I want you to hear me say moonlight, sunrise, baby come in my sunlight, moonlight, sunrise, baby just to make you stay. Sunrise, baby let's do it all night, moonlight, sunrise, I guarantee I got you. I've been undefeated, underneath lady, baby you can hear them aloud when you need it. Say that you try, baby you succeeded, got a perfect baby, can you feel?
Ooh, I like that she's using that much of a fry because she is not necessarily like, she doesn't have a deep voice. She doesn't have too much of a huskiness. She has bright, nice girly voice. So if she wants to get a little bit more edge in it, like a very heavy fry is a really good idea. It's also playful. It's very kitten.
Follow me to the sunrise, every day, every night. Hey, call me, don't think twice. 다현 언니, 팬분들
Fancy.
시간이 얼마 안 남았거든요. 거의 다 왔어요. 끝까지 함께.
I thought we were going into the newer songs, but we really switched.
지금 하늘 구름 색은 트로피카에 저 태양 빨간 빛이 두불 같대. 어쩌니 I'm the only one.
Nayeon's also not scared of a tiny bit of a twang. The width is not an enemy.
Babe, I fancy you. I fancy you. Fancy you.
Such a sweet voice.
넌 장미 같아. 괜찮아. 지금도 난 겁나지 않아. 더 세게 꽉 잡아. 내 my hand. 좀 위험할 거야. 또 위험할 거야. 달콤한 초콜릿 내 스킨처럼 녹아버리는 지금 내 기분 so lovely. 깜깜한.
That was a little bit of a jump. If you are in such a tiny and a restricted place, you got to go for a little bit of an openness. Look how it changed the whole sound of it just because I opened a little more. complete difference. Yes, to you, like textbook openers. That belt into that vibrato. So pretty. Yes. Then, but she came to fight. And I appreciate it. I really do. I love their chants. I realized that one thing that TWICE is really consistent with are those chants. I know that's coming more from that like girly pop context, but I like them. They're so consistent with it and people love it. Like on their concerts, like you can see that those chants are just magnetic.
네, 다음 곡은 미니 13집
곡이었던 알가찌입니다. 많이 사랑해주세요.
I want the edges, curling on top love, and it just enough. Keep me guessing how the story unfolds with you. When I'm walking into the darkness, I know you'll be right there, waiting up the race. When it's all lit, I will follow you to the moon.
I feel like this is almost like a love letter to their fandom. I think they started, it was I got you and you got me, right? Such a sweet idea. And I've seen people who are like really emotional about this song and I really do understand. It's so sweet. It's so soft. It has so much love. Like it's charged with love. You can tell. And everybody's like kind of translating it into their voice. So there's a lot of air being mixed in. It's kind of like half air, half da, 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 da. It's soft. It's comforting, you know? Even Momo. Da, 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 da. That is actually pretty cool that she can drop her voice so low because that is low. That's low. So there are quite a lot of runs who are especially on those oohs, very suitable, like ooh or like ooh. You can have a lot of agility through ooh vowel because it's pretty tucked in. It doesn't have too much width. So oohs are amazing for runs and riffs.
태영, go!
Every second, every minute, when you're close to me like it's supposed to be, and no limit to what I would do for you.
Oh, that was cute.
You turn my whole world upside down, catch me before I ever hit the ground,
And I'll do the same for you.
no we'll never fall apart,
even million miles apart.
we were lightly from the start,
And it keeps me going to know that.
Mama dropped that low as well. Got to know that. That is E flat. That's low, low.
no matter what you got me, I got you. And I wouldn't want
This is a good phrasing because you can use either head voice. I got you. You can go for a head voice. It's going to sound very good. Or you can go, you. Like what a clean tone. Ooh. More in a like mix. Or like a frontal ooh. You. Without switching into the head voice. Also going to sound good. So you have options. You have options.
any other way.
Or you can belt it, obviously. Thanks, Gio.
We'll make it through, just like we always do.
One spark. One spark.
원 스파크.
Let's go.
달려볼까요?
baby.
Everybody wants that endless flame.
임나연.
식지 않은 everlasting bliss. 사랑해.
Like she's opening everlasting blessed. She's not holding blessed or blessed. None of the blessed. She finds her consonant and then opens the vowel and makes sure that the vowel resonates and has a lot of space. This is hard. Oh, that staccato.
너의 색깔에 온기를 때문 계속 타오르는 에너지. If I lose my rhythm, then your beat goes on and on.
가자 뭐야?
Nice little on and on from the head, the voice into her chest.
Give me the spark in my waist. Give me the freedom to chase. You know it's
That's such a heavy fight. Chase, chase, chase. Oh, it almost loses all the color. You just hear the fry.
ours. You didn't make this moment last. 'Cause my heart is burning.
Nice supported belt.
So that it's burning.
Please go and watch my reaction to this song, One Spark. I did it when it was released because I talk more about how very nicely this is constructed. Burnin', burnin' for those like kind of dropping belts because it's going burnin', dun-dun, dun-dun. So you have always each turn you have a chance to drop into that belt. So nicely composed, actually. And here goes that vibrato that I was talking about.
더 세게 끌어안고 더 크게 불러줄게 너의 숨결에 온기를 태워 계속 타오르는 에너지 If I lose my rhythm then you become something else.
Her opening her vowels is saving her so much energy. Na, 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 na. She doesn't have to overshoot with her energy too much and just compensate for not having enough opener. She just puts a very healthy, nice opener, and that is doing so much for her. Like, it's saving her so much stress, and her tones are really nicely formed. The vowels are really nicely recognizable. Like, it's very nice. Very nice.
Bring me the spark in my veins. Give me the freedom to chase. You know it's all ours. It'll make this moment last.
Baby.
'Cause my heart is burning, burning, burning.
You can see that most of them are also getting the vibrato on that burnin', 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 because it is such a nice drop into the belt.
So good that it's burning.
I loved her in this. I'm sorry that I'm stopping so much, but I loved her in this. She owned this song for me completely. She stole my whole attention there. This was a very pretty work with the head. Just a very soft transitioning.
Fire die. 'Cause my heart is burning, burning, burning. So good that it's hurting, hurting, hurting. 눈부시게 아름답고 아프다 해도 it's our golden days. Yeah, my heart is burning, 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 burning. Don't let this spark, baby. My heart is burning, burning, burning.
Oh yeah, this was one of my favorite parts of this song, was that a cappella Nayeon finish. I loved it. I thought it was such an interesting idea. We've got the last close one, the closing song, Candy.
함께 해주셨다는 얘기를 되게 많이 해주셨는데 저희한테 너무 의미 있는 것 같고요. 너무 감사드립니다.
Like candy, sugar so sweet. That's what it tastes like when you're loving me.
Such a vibrant tonal quality.
I can't get enough.
Oh my god, I'm obsessed with her as well. Can I be like obsessed with every single one of them? Hard to believe, but at the same time not really that hard to believe. I would be sitting here for hours.
Out of my sight, I start to crave it too much. There's something about your love, it kills me up, and the rush goes straight to my brain. No, baby, I don't wanna come unstuck. Don't let the high go to waste. Like candy, sugar so sweet. That's what it tastes like when you love it.
You can hear that elevated larynx.
Cause baby, when we're moving our feet, you got me right where I wanna be.
Candy, sugar so sweet, darling. Candy, sugar.
I don't think that we had them singing all like unisono the chorus. Maybe somewhere at the beginning. I was kind of missing this.
원스 고마워요.
That's what it tastes like when you're loving me. Cause baby, when we're moving our feet, you got me right where I wanna be, baby. Oh, candy, sugar so sweet. That's what it tastes like when you're loving me. Cause baby, when we're
The earpieces. Oh my god, for 30 minutes actually. Oh, that's a long time to sing. Nayeon was just like, put it out, please. I'm really nervous.
You got me right where I wanna be.
Candy, sugar so sweet, darling. Candy, sugar so sweet. Oh, you like candy, sugar so sweet, darling. Candy, sugar so sweet.
Oh, I was missing kind of like this unisono outro. I think this was perfect. And it's also quite high, so they're basically all singing it in a head voice. So nobody has to like, you know, overtly putting themselves out there. It's just like a nice, sweet unisono outro. You did so well, babies. 감사합니다.
킬링보이스 사랑해요. 저희 이번 앨범도 많이 사랑해주세요.
Cuties, they did so well. And again, I know that at some parts we had quite a lot of post-production. Oh, I guess we're not gonna ever be able to change that, but still, I think I really enjoy that we can still hear a lot of their natural breathing, and you know, it was okay. It was one of the more okay Dingos, at least for me. Still quite a lot of post-production, but it was okay-ish. I really enjoyed the choice. It was a beautiful cut through their discography. Oh my god, it's so iconic. Like if you listen to it like this, like in this order, and just, it's so iconic. Even people who probably do not even know TWICE, if you're gonna play them this, they're just gonna be randomly recognizing stuff. And that's an iconic behavior. Also, Jihyo completely came to slaughter everybody vocally, and everybody just delivered so freaking nicely, and you could really appreciate every voice separately. So I really did enjoy it. If you did enjoy this video, please, first of all, go and check my One Spark video separately because I talked more in depth about that performance. And if you did enjoy this whole video, please don't forget to subscribe right here. Here's the video that YouTube actually recommends for you. And here is the rest of my Korean reactions. Please stay safe and healthy. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.